Hello friends, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me for another Christmas crush card project. Today's stamp set is the Wonderful Year. And before I get to stamping, however, I'm going to be sponging. This is a piece of Whisper White. This color is Sweet Sugar Plum. I will be sponging and blending that with Perfect Plum and sponging and blending that into Dapper Denim. I did not cut anything out for editing during this process. I really wanted you to see how I sponge color onto backgrounds. It takes some time. You have to have a nicely primed sponge. You can see that I'm tapping off onto my plastic sheet and only applying a very soft pressure to the sponge to the paper. And if I need to pick up some more ink, I will. I'll blend the two together. And sometimes I just pick up the ink that's left over on the plastic sheet. This plastic sheet was a gift. It was given to me by a crafty friend in the UK. Thank you very much, Karen. I love it. But I'm pretty sure that any kind of a plasticky type sheet or, just a regular craft mat would do as well. This is really nice because it's small in size. Anyway, I didn't cut anything out because I wanted to, but I did speed it up. So this is quite fast. You can see how fast my hand's going there. So it does take some time. And you just have to work at it very little bit, going back and forth, from the middle color to the dark color, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that went decently quickly while I rambled through the whole entire process. So I made sure that that ink was dry. So I hit it with my heat tool, and I also did a check with my embossing powder just to see if any of the embossing powder would stick. Then I'm using my Versamark and this amazing scripty sentiment. I love it. It's humongous. And guess what? Here's the Perpetual Birthday Calendar stamp set, probably my most favorite stamp set. And I am using the snowflakes out of it. And you're going to see how perfectly these two go together. I love it. I'm not big into Christmas green and red colors, so it's hard for me to go in that direction. But I do love untraditional, but still get that wintry, cool feeling from the colors that I do choose. So that is kind of what's going on here. And I love those little snowflakes. Gotta love them. Okay, so here I'm using my grid mat, the black mat behind, and I am just going to draw on a pencil line at the 1/2 inch mark. Each one of those squares is a 1/2 inch. So I'm just taking my steel ruler and I am lining everything up, and I'm just doing a 1/2 inch border all the way around this sentiment. Then I'm taking my craft knife, and I don't know why, but I have to flip the ruler around. It's weird, but I flip it one way and then I flip it the other way. Don't ask me why. I have no clue. I think because the knife gets caught in the little grooves or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I cut it out so I'm just basically making a rectangle and then trimming off any of the little bits. I'm erasing my lines. Of course, that is important to erase your pencil lines so that they're not seen. And then in each coordinating area of the frame and the cutout piece, I'm sponging just a little bit of extra ink on there so you just don't get that white little border. It's just taking one little extra step to show, good craftsmanship. So I have a piece of thick Whisper White here that I have scored in half, and I'm putting the frame on first, just placing it there without any adhesive, and then Fast Fuse comes out for the rectangle sentiment piece, making sure that there's no little extra pieces of adhesive. And then I'm going to place that right in its hole. And I'm going to put some fast fuse on the frame and then attach the acetate to the frame. And then I'm going to cut out any excess that's hanging off or left over. And I also took a tissue and made sure that the window was clear and clean. And then here comes the foam strips. These are amazing. Even if you don't necessarily make a ton of shaker cards, I would get some. Even if you just want some higher dimension in your card, because this is double the thickness of a dimensional. So it's quite tall. It gives you definitely some depth and room for the shaker cards, or if you wanted to do double dimension. So I am using the Fancy Frost sequins to go in my shaker guts part. And I've removed the release paper, and then you can see that I flipped the corners so that the pink is on the top right and the blue is on the bottom left, just for added interest, and it definitely gives it a different look. So that's my card for today. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for a project. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On the screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Thanks again for watching.